All right. Welcome to the Way to a Great Marriage cast. I am Tony. This is LaRonda.
Hello.
And LaRonda is going to sing one of Miss Omi's songs. Omi is LaRonda's mother, and so this is dedicated to her.
This is called Somebody Touch Me.
Oops.
And this really happened to my mom in the middle of the night. Somebody touch me in the middle of the night while I was praying to my father. Everything seemed alright. I felt a warm feeling like I'd never felt before. Somebody touch me, I'm not the same anymore. Somebody touch me, somebody touch me. Oh, it must have been the hand of the Lord. Somebody touch me. Somebody touch me. Oh, I know it was the hand of the Lord. What a happy feeling I feel down inside since I felt the touch of Jesus. Everything seems alright. I have joy and contentment deep down inside my soul. I know when He touched me that I was made whole. Somebody touch me. Somebody touch me. Oh, it must have been the hand of the Lord. Somebody touch me. Somebody touch me. Oh, it must have been the hand of the Lord. That was written February 17th, 1995, and that's Mom's handwriting right there. Thank you, Mom, for writing that down, and Jesus for giving it to her. Holy Spirit.
All right. So tonight we we're out of the Crazy Maker series.
Yay!
We're done with the Crazy Makers. Well, not in our life, unfortunately.
No.
But hopefully you know how to handle them now. But
Yeah.
Les and Leslie, who are the ones who do these, trained me to do the Symbi assessments. They have an article that I was going to read. It's the age gaps in marriage. Do they work? Do marriages work when spouses have a significant age gap? Love knows no bounds. That's true regarding age. In our latest article, we'll explore that one. So let's see if I can get to this. Is their latest article? Sorry, I thought I could read it from there.
Well, you would have thought so. Anyway.
You and your dating partner, fiance, and spouse might be 10, 15, or 20 years apart.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
Well, we know people that are like 17 years apart.
Yeah,
don't
we do. Yeah.
Regardless of your age difference, a happy and fulfilling marriage is possible.
Yep.
Marriage generally has its ups and downs without factoring in significant age differences. An age gap creates different circumstances than marrying someone around the same age. In contrast, there are some unique considerations to consider before marrying someone much older or younger than you. Age differences versus differences in core values. Age differences are generally less significant than differences in core values. Uh, Although you and oh, hey Bailey.
Hey, Bailey.
Although you and your spouse might be several years apart in age, you may share important core values that bring you closer together. In that sense, your age differences is less likely to create conflict than differences in things that matter to each other. Sharing values is more crucial to a happy relationship than bringing peers in biological age. Some of the core issues you might want to share with a spouse include shared activities, goals and dreams, travel aspirations, spiritual viewpoints, and energy levels, how active you are. And so, I can think of some things that would cause problems in age differences, with even core values, because, some, if it's too much, some people have different core values.
Yeah.
I noticed that women who were my age or younger, when they kind of wanted to wear the pants in the family and tell me
Yeah.
what to do rather
Yeah.
than be an equal.
And yeah,
And then
Right.
there is a difference in that aspect. I would think if you date somebody too old, activity,
Yeah.
if you're pushing them around in a wheelchair,
Yeah.
probably is not,
I mean, you can still love
not
them,
attractive.
but it's a little different if they're 20 years older than you.
Thank you, Elaine, for the like. I'm sure it was you, probably. Things like that. I'm sure that women are usually more mature than men.
Yeah.
And so, you could wind up in a case where somebody's, I would think the older person would be more mature than
Yes.
than the younger person, you would think, anyway. But that might cause some problems. The older person might treat them like their child.
Yeah.
We were talking before we started the podcast. I act like I'm 7 because.
Okay. He's wanting me to admit that I'm 7 years older than him, but can you tell it? Absolutely not.
Actually, 10. That's about anyway.
10? How am I 10 years older?
No, I mean, I act like I'm 10.
Oh, he acts like
Because
he's 10.
you got married when you were 10, or when I was 10, so.
And I was 17.
And so.
My very first time
Yeah.
around, yeah.
Yeah, so.
He was just a little baby when I
so-
first got married.
And so.
I was just a little baby too.
She doesn't treat me like that. I just
No,
act like a
no.
baby sometimes.
You're my baby. I love him
Some
too much.
potential, at least it starts off at 10 years, so we haven't reached that yet.
We'll never be 10 years apart.
Some potential issues and losses to consider. If your spouse is significantly older or younger than you, there are some potential issues and losses you would consider before saying I do. It's essential to have open, honest conversations about these issues so they don't surprise you later.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're both aware of the unique challenges you may be facing, you can make better decisions about your future together. Large discrepancy in life stages, energy levels, and overall health, depending on your age gap, you may find yourself with very different energy levels or quality of wellness in the future. It's not how, it's not now. How will you navigate these differences? I can read that. My husband
can.
is 4 months older. Since he is older, his appearance
You can't-
leads others to believe that I am his age. This is very difficult for me. Help.
I love it.
Does she mean 4 years?
Huh?
Are they 4 months
Are you 4 months, Terry, or 4 years?
or 40 years?
Or 40 years? Is Dave really like 100?
Thank you for sharing the Waycast, Elaine. And so, that was what we were talking about. Is you have trouble. If they are uh, uh, geriatric,
Yeah,
that might
exactly.
cause some problems. We did have an example
What
of
Terry
that.
said?
Months.
Months. 4 months older. That's what I
She
thought.
was joking.
Yeah.
But we did have an example of that. You remember where somebody married a billionaire for his money.
Oh yeah.
And she, did she marry him in a nursing home?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're talking about that Anna.
Anna Nicole
Yeah,
Smith.
yeah. She passed away.
Oh, well, she overdosed.
Yeah, I meant. Well, she's passed away.
She's dead. She overdosed.
She's dead. Yeah.
She
Wow.
liked to take a handful of Xanaxes and drink at the same time. You can't do that.
Nope.
The pushback or disapproval, well, you can't do either one of them anyway. But
Right.
You really can't.
No, mix them. That'll kill you.
Do what she was doing. But anyway, pushbacks and disapproval from friends and family when you encounter naysayers. How will you respond?
Hey, you can love anybody, even if they are
Age
15 years older than me.
Age doesn't matter.
Exactly.
I would probably say, well, Joseph was probably 40 whenever Mary was 16. when they got married. So
Yeah.
it's not that big of a deal.
No, but it'd been funny if Mary
that
Mary was 40 and
that's
Joseph
the
was
reason
16.
in the Bible all of the men are dead.
Yeah, because they were so old when they married their women.
Joseph, obviously died before Jesus was 32, or he started
think he
his
did,
earthly
yeah.
ministry.
I've often wondered that
They
stuff.
don't tell you any of those
No.
things, but obviously he was dead by then. And so the probability of not having biological children, if you're much older than your spouse, you may not have a chance to have children with them, or vice versa. This is a possible outcome you're both at peace with. So if the woman is, especially if the woman is older than the man significantly, then he may not be able to have any children
With her, if
With
he
her.
marries her, yeah,
with her, or
Right.
any in his lifetime.
in his lifetime.
But
No kids to follow his namesake or
Right.
whatever.
taking a step on stepchildren who may be closer to your age, depending on how much older your spouse is, are you both preparing to blend your families? If your partner's children are adults, consider how you might best relate to them.
Hey, listen, I've heard a lot of people say, my husband's daughter is 2 years older than me. I've said that, I'm like, oh wow, okay.
How old was I whenever I had Chad?
So you would have been, hold on, let's see, 44, 54, 12.
I was 12 when I
Yeah,
had
you
Chad.
can have kids at 12.
But I have seen closer than that. I don't know that I would.
Oh my.
I don't know that I would date somebody who was younger than one of my children. But
Yeah, no.
I don't think.
Or even the same age would be weird.
Yeah, I know.
Be
So,
like me marrying somebody 44. I mean, come on.
I think I always made Natalie. Natalie's like now 34.
34.
Well, she's going to be 34
Yeah.
this month.
Yeah.
And so I was always like, that's my bottom line.
I wouldn't even go there.
Bottom line.
I mean, maybe 40, but not 34.
Right.
Yeah, old enough to be their grandpa.
Right. Even like I made fun. I was 10 when you were
17.
when you got married. So or 12 whenever you had Chad.
Yeah.
It's a little creep. It can't be a little creepy, but
Not to me, 7 years is not nothing. I mean, honestly, it's not.
But you get more than that, it could be really, really creepy.
Like 10 years or, Sissy even said, I would
Well,
be
I
with a
mean,
man.
if you dated somebody
12
younger,
years.
I know, I've met people who, were my age, and they're married to an 18-year-old.
Yeah.
You know, that's a little creepy to me.
That's creepy, but 7 years is not creepy. Mine and his relationship's not creepy. Most time people thinks he's older than me anyway.
That
So.
reminds me of my mom. The guy mom is talking to is 37. My oldest brother is 36. And me and my twin is 32. So see, your mom's boyfriend is older than your brother. So
A little bit.
a little bit.
Only just a couple years.
Go girl.
Go girl. Have at it there, cougar.
Oh. But you know, given the way that the girls are in that generation, no offense, Bailey or Elaine, you know, I can see why that he wants to date a more mature woman.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
They have no chance with a woman.
Yeah.
40.
The probability of spending long years alone, if your spouse passes away first, while many married person can lose a spouse at any age.
Yeah.
The reality is that if your spouse is a decade or two older than you, loss may be in the future. See, that's what Ruth's Ruth's mother-in-law. She was. Both of them were widows.
Yeah.
And
they loved each other.
And and that's the problem is you may lose. Biblically we saw that over and over again that they lost their spouses. But the reason I say that is because biblically, you were a Padawan. You were in training. You were learning a craft. Until you were 40, you were
right.
From 20 to 40, you were considered a. I can't think of the word. Whenever you're in training to do something, anyway, and so their lives didn't really start until they were 40, and then they would usually get married.
And so they wouldn't. They probably couldn't find somebody who was 35 because everybody was married. They had to go and get a young kid.
Well, it's because they wanted to have kids.
Yeah.
They would have somebody that was of childbearing
yeah.
age. Anyway, so then you had 20 years difference maybe or more.
Yeah.
And so don't encourage too much. Listen, we are crazy.
Who? Oh, Bailey.
Don't encourage too much. Listen, we are crazy. Okay.
Listen, we're crazy.
There's a period there. In the end, love knows no bounds, regardless of the potential challenges. And marrying somebody much older or younger than you can work out well. Love truly knows no boundaries. It's all about the two of you. How you feel about one another and the life you want to build together. No matter your age difference, your marriage will only be as healthy as each other. That's where they promote their book at that point.
Okay. Well, I do have this to say. Most of the time, if a woman marries a younger man, usually women live longer than men. I mean, they do. They live longer than men. And so it's kind of like maybe you could be a great teen for a long, long time because most of the time women do outlive men a little longer.
Right.
That's just a proven fact, and not what I'm saying. It's just proven.
Women outlive men anyway. Mm-hmm. Their life expectancy
is a little longer than men, and so. But if a man marries a woman, even 10, 15 years younger than him, he's going to pass away probably pretty much. Unless there was an accident or something like that, he's going to pass away a lot sooner than her.
That has changed over the years.
I don't know. Ask and see. Or if you all know, Terry or Bailey, if you all know, tell us, because I think that's the case. I'm not 100% sure.
You need to carry the conversation while I'm doing this.
Oh, okay. Sorry. He's looking it up to see. Me, myself, having married somebody 7 years younger than me, I think maybe Tony had a weirder time with it than me.
Let's see.
I've not had a weird
It's
time
79 years for women globally and 72 years for
with it. Yeah,
men.
that's what I was thinking.
So that's 7 years.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I was thinking. I had read that somewhere. I don't know when I read it or where it was, but I had
And
read
it's
that.
in the United States, it's 79.3 years for women and 73.5 years for men.
Gotcha. About the same. Not much different.
I heard that the age expectancy dropped after COVID.
Oh, yeah.
The vaccines are killing a
Yeah,
bunch of people.
yeah. A lot of people got heart trouble because of them. That's a known
Yeah.
fact. I didn't get the shot, but I mean, if you did, I hope and pray that it didn't give you heart trouble. I mean, a lot of people, several people I know, that's happened to, but
Power on.
But so, do you have any more questions, comments?
yeah, no, I think that if the last thing I would like to say is if you meet someone and you start dating, just don't date a long time if you have a problem with age.
Let's
You
see.
know, just don't continue dating, and if you don't, I don't see anything wrong with it.
Elaine says mom was 48 when dad died at 51.
Yeah,
He died young,
yeah, he did.
before his time.
Yeah, he did before his time. But we love you, Bailey. We love you, Terry.
And so, with that, we want you, follow. We want you to follow Elaine's example and like our Waycast. We want you to follow Elaine and Terry's example and comment
Please,
and ask questions.
please.
And we will, if your question is good enough, we'll make a Waycast out of your question. Subscribe because love you, Elaine, because the nature of our topics, marriage, the home, men, women,
Children.
children,
Hmm.
and
Dogs.
the vaccination.
Yeah.
That'll get us
In trouble.
in trouble.
Yeah.
Just that one alone, the comment. But so YouTube doesn't like any of those conversations, so they hide some of our videos. And if you want to see
Yeah.
them all, then subscribe to our channel so you make sure you can see all of our videos, even the hidden ones.
And share.
And share,
Yeah.
like Elaine did.
Thank you, Elaine, for sharing.
Follow Elaine's example and share, and then hit the ding-a-ling
Ding, ding, ding. Notification.
so that you can know the next time that we're live, so you can come on and
Please.
harass us like Terry and Elaine. They don't really harass us.
No.
They need to step up their game.
What did Elaine say?
Not the vaccine talk.
Oh, yeah. Exactly.
And so with that, we say
Good night, until we meet again. Adios, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, till then.
And though it's always sweet sorrow to part,
You know you'll always remain in my heart. Good night, sleep tight, and pleasant dreams to you. Here's a wish and a prayer that every dream comes true. And now till we meet again, adios.